Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm excited to have back returning guest Sue Peck with Evolution Financial, one of our news partners here, and I'll share with you why in just a moment. But Sue, thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
I'm so glad to talk to you. We're going to talk a little bit about why you should seek the help of a financial planner, but this is why we love Evolution Financial, is because you really have something about you that makes you different from some of the other financial planners out there, and let's talk about that.
Right. The industry has grown quite a bit to the point where a lot of different companies need to have somebody meet a certain level of assets under management in order to help them. And so there are a lot of people who are just getting started and don't have a lot of wealth, or even, people under the age of 50 haven't really built anything up yet, and they don't really have a fiduciary that they can go to that can help them out. And it's kind of like a doctor saying, you know what, you're not quite healthy enough. If you could go home and get a little bit healthier and then come back, I can help you out. So with Evolution Financial, I won't turn you away if you don't have a lot of assets, or even if you have negative assets. I can help people with their budgets, with their student loan debt, with credit card debt. And then, once we get through that, then it's working toward planning for retirement and all the other financial goals that you have in life.
I love that, because somebody who doesn't have a lot of assets yet, or like you said, may have some debt, probably needs a financial planner potentially more than anybody to really get some direction and figure out what to do to start saving.
Absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about the whys. Why should somebody seek the help of a financial planner for folks who maybe haven't considered it before?
Right. So I don't change my own oil. It's just, I actually learned how to change my oil when I was in Girl Scouts, which was forever ago. So it's likely a little bit different now. So I could go online, I could look at YouTube videos and stuff, and I could figure it out. But there are other things that I want to do during that period of time, and there are people who actually like doing that. Mm-hmm. So going to a financial planner or seeking help anywhere, it's not a sign of weakness, and it's not a lack of knowledge. It's an acknowledgement that you have other things that you want to do with your life. So why don't you have somebody who can help you out in this area and pass something off so you can do something else? And it's not even acknowledgement of, I got this. There's this acknowledgement of humanness, because money involves emotions. And so when you're working with somebody, they can help you work through those emotions and keep those emotions from hindering them in their progress.
Wow, that's so well said, and something that sometimes I think we forget when we're talking about money and finances is you really do sometimes make emotional decisions, and you need somebody that can sort of see it, an external party that can see it differently. I like that thought. I want to talk a little bit about the stock market, because we've been hearing that it's been sort of crazy this month. What do you recommend for folks out there?
Right. For a while there, the stock market looked like it could just keep going up forever, right? And then we got a reality check at the beginning of February that it can go up or down or stay the same. There are a lot of different things it can do. And it caused a lot of people to panic. They hadn't experienced this in quite some time. And what I would remind people is to keep their goals in mind, because that's the ultimate thing that we're doing. People get stuck in that day-to-day motion of the market, whether it's going up or down, and they forget that it's really the long-term goal that they're going for. So, if you're completely panicking, talk to your financial advisor and say, hey, I just can't handle that, and we'll see if maybe you should move to a more conservative investment. Or you might find that when you're talking to your financial advisors, things start to make a little bit more sense, and maybe you don't want to move at all. Sometimes the best thing I can do is to keep people from making a move without thinking things through.
Sure, snap decision. You see something changing and you kind of panic, right?
Right.
You talk about the long-term goals. What's the ultimate goal? What's the end goal?
The ultimate goal that I want to do is to simply help people live their best life. That's really what I want to do.
Wow, well said. I love that. And you are located in Madison area, of course, but do your clients need to be?
No, they don't. I can do video calls. I can do anything over the phone. I can do email. It's absolutely not necessary that you live in the city of Madison, state of Wisconsin. These things aren't necessary.
I think that's a great point and tip for people too, because if you eventually move or something happens, you want to be able to keep your financial planner. So it's nice to know that you don't have to be local, or if you see this somewhere and really like what Sue has to say, you don't have to live here. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us. Again, this is our news partner, Sue Peck with Evolution Financial. You're watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you after the break.